Oke. Ini udah voice-nya juga udah. Siap.
Perkenalan pakai bahasa Indonesia apa Inggris nih?
Inggris lah.
Inggris ya. Oke. Halo guys, today is our first introduction to our podcast, Communation.
Cakep.
Nah, what is Communation? Communation is combined from two words of communication and nation that my good friend Gabriel came up with.
So we got combination.
Yeah, and it means that we try to combine the word of communication and nation to create a platform where people can study and learn about communication as a nation. So without further ado, I think it's best for us to introduce ourselves first. My name is Adzan.
My name is Gabriel. You can call me Genjreng.
My name is Rakin.
My name is Pras.
And
We are joined as Communation. Woo! Jangan gitu. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about why communication skills are important for someone's career in relation to the changing nature of employment. So, Azan already explained about the background of our group, Combination, and today we're gonna be starting with the sample case. And the sample case that we've came up are, one of them is, we need to be adaptive when communicating with elders, seniors, or friends of the same age. So what do you guys think? So I'm gonna be explaining about my opinion first. So my opinion is, we need to be adaptive about our communication styles with the elderly people and the more senior people. For example, in our college, we can probably talk more politely and to our seniors and talk a little bit more seriously about with our lecturer or our teacher, basically.
Okay.
So what do you guys think?
I think I'm on the same page with you as well. We need to be adaptive when we talk with anyone. When we talk to people the same age, like when I talk with my friends, like you guys, of course, I'm gonna be more loose. I'm gonna be more chill about it. But when I go talk with older people or my seniors, of course I need to adapt and be more polite and of course respect them, because at the end of the day, we are taught as Indonesians that we have culture of respecting older people. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is nothing else to add.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same opinion.
Same opinion.
Yeah.
I'm the
So
same
we all
opinion.
agree, yeah.
Okay.
But the truth is, nowadays there are still a lot of people who can't communicate well. The examples are presenting in front of others when talking with teachers or someone in higher position. Yeah. Then people still tend to speak informally when they're like talking to their lecturer or their teachers and probably their parents, maybe. I don't know. And their brains just don't work normally when they're under pressure, I think. So
Like now.
yeah. Like right now, we're definitely under pressure right now. Because this is our first podcast, and our first podcast is in English.
Yeah. Oh, disclaimer. If we make any mistakes or we say any curse words, this is a disclaimer.
Yeah.
And we apologize if we offend anyone.
Yep. And do not take it personally.
Yeah, please don't take it personally.
Yep.
It's just for fun.
And keep in mind we are amateur in terms of speaking English.
Very.
So-
Of course.
Okay. And the truth is, I'm talking about like people our age is still communicate badly, I think. Yeah. So the next point that I'm gonna be talking about is about navigating different communication styles with your audience when you are put in a certain scenario. So like when you're hanging out with your friends gitu, lu nongkrong sama teman-teman lu gitu kan.
Bro, switch dulu bahasa Indonesia ya.
Switch dulu.
Switch.
Oke.
Lanjut.
Ini ngeditnya gimana nih, susah nih Pak. Oke. we'll continue. Like when you're hanging out with your friends, and probably when you're going into some talk show or seminars,
Yeah.
and or when you're probably presenting your ideas, presenting your business presentation, maybe gitu. I think there is still a lot of people nowadays that cannot differentiate within that scenarios,
Yeah.
multiple scenarios. Okay, so what do you guys think, and how do you implement a good adaptive communication styles when you are put in those different scenarios?
I think that is the challenge. I think a lot of people, especially these days now, a lot of young people, especially our age, have the difficult time to communicate well, especially when they are under pressure. Sometimes there are reasons like they're not confident, or maybe they're just not prepared well enough, like us right now.
Yep.
But the problem is that people need to learn how to adapt that situation. So, for example, I think one of the reasons we study in school, or the reason we go to college, is to understand how to adapt to communicate with people. For example, when we talk to each other, we can talk and say whatever we want. But when you talk with someone like older or someone with a higher rank, of course you need to respect them.
Yep.
So, for example, if I have a presentation of business that I want to propose, I cannot say curse words, or I cannot joke around like, oh, my product can bring happiness to a bunch of I was gonna say that. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't joke around because it's not the right place to do it.
Yeah.
And
If you're going to be joking, then it must be a formal kind of joke.
yeah. But it's also difficult because sometimes when you want to present something, you need to be serious. So the clients take it seriously too, right?
Yeah, and especially in Indonesia, I think it is very traditional in terms of communication, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when you're presenting your ideas, when you're meeting a bunch of people in your team or in your workplace, I think that is very traditionally we are forced to do that.
Yeah, that's right,
we are
that's
forced to
right.
do that in Indonesia.
I think we have one friend in our class who's
Yeah.
kind of don't know how to differentiate with talking with
Yeah.
our friends, and
Yeah, his name is Raymond.
nanti disensor kalian namanya.
Namanya sensor.
Okay, so the next point is, how do you guys think about the impact of communication skills and the properness of your communication styles in terms of in work interviews, and how that will determine your value in front of the HR or the interviewer? Yeah.
Well, what do you think about that, Ginjering?
Me personally, I think that actually one of my friend is still working right now as an HR. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As an HR, so she told me about what kind of values that generally speaking here, what kind of values that are looked for cut dulu.
Aman.
Gue jelimet juga anjing, gue bingung.
Aman.
Pertanyaannya lu belum tanya kan ini kan?
Ya. Nah,
Pertanyaannya apa tadi?
Coba ulang pertanyaan dulu kali ya.
Okay, so our next point is communication in work interview will determine your value in front of the interviewer. So what do you guys think?
I think that's very important, how you present yourself in front of the interviewer or the employer in front of you. Because, of course, everywhere you go, you want to impress someone.
Yep.
With your friends, with your family, especially your boss. When you want to work there, you want to impress them. Same thing when you go to college. Same thing, right? You want to present yourself and stand out so people can choose you, so that you can have extra points for yourself.
Yep.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Mr. Akin?
Mr. Akin.
Mr. Akin.
In front of your boss or in front of somebody that you were gonna work under, I think the important things are you need to train before you actually have the conversation.
Itu very
Yeah,
That is
important.
the
you
important
need to train
thing.
yourself.
You need to be less under pressure.
Yep.
Just adapt. Try to talk the best you can.
Yep. And sorry, me myself, before an interview is happening, I'm gonna be doing a mock interview with my friend. With a good friend of mine. Basically, ya let me explain in bahasa ya. Basically, ya kita ibaratnya kita, misalkan lu mau interview nih, habis itu gue temen lu, gue ngelatih lu interview, tapi ceritanya gue HR lu nih.
Nah,
Terus kayak lu gue maki-maki segala macam gitu loh. Jadi kayak
jadi
"Gimana,
mental lu
gimana?"
juga udah siap ya.
But even though
tapi lucu, konsepnya lucu ya.
Oke.
"Ya,
Yeah.
gimana ininya? Ya, ini pengalaman lu gitu doang.
Yeah.
Lu mau kerja di sini."
But even though that is happening, but the pressure is different.
Yeah, the pressure
Still
is
you cannot get
obviously.
the pressure.
Ya, ya.
Ini ngomong-ngomong, menurut lu gimana, Pras?
Gue bakal jelasin pakai bahasa Indonesia
Oh,
nih ya.
iya.
Jadi kalau menurut gue sih bakal dibutuhkan banget nih. Sama sih sebenarnya kayak intinya kayak Adzan sama Rakin. Jadi kita tuh benar-benar harus benar-benar gimana ya, latihan dulu sih sebelum interview.
Yeah.
Karena semua orang tuh ke kita bakal pandangan pertama tuh ngelewat dari cara komunikasi kita ke dia
First
gimana.
impression ya?
Ya, first impressionnya kita tuh gimana ke kita. Jadi bakal
Yeah.
dari situ tuh dinilai banget sih gitu loh.
Yeah. And actually, I have a good friend of mine, and she is an interviewer and an HR at a very well established company, and she said to me that in an interview, the interviewer of the big company out there will try to find your value. Gitu. Where's your value actually?
Yeah.
Gitu. And you can communicate that value with good communication skills, of course, gitu kan. And I think personally, when you have values but you cannot communicate your values well, that's
Jadi pointless.
Yeah,
it's kind of
pointless.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you very much in that point, because when I was having
Your man.
No, when we were going through vacation from high school to college, I also tried to apply to a job
yep.
at McDonald's. At McDonald's.
Yeah.
Then I messed it up at the interview because I wasn't confident.
Yeah.
And I think I don't want to brag about I'm a high value man, but I'm confident that I could have worked at McDonald's. But because I was scared and I didn't prepare myself before the interview,
Yep.
I messed it all up because I can't say my values, what I can bring for the team or what I can bring to the company.
And it's probably your first interview.
Yeah, my first
ever,
interview.
ever.
I messed it up really bad, but
Yeah.
experience, right?
Experience.
Me personally, I never had an interview before,
Oh, never.
but
You have a job.
yeah, but I have a job now.
Ah,
Yeah, because my friend opened a small business and I go like, bisa lah.
Jarul belakang.
Okay, so the next thing is a presentation or public speaking. It's considered persuasive when you use good communication skill.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? So my opinion, I am very intrigued and I am very interested in public speaking and presentation skill, yeah. Because I think with a good presentation and a good public speaking skill, you can basically kind of manipulate
Oh yeah.
the way people think about you or your idea or your company or your business, gitu kan. And I think it is a very crucial skill to have for an early adulthood
Yeah.
stage of our life gitu, like today gitu, ya kan? And I think it is very very detrimental for your
Future.
and career path, yeah. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
I think it's very important. I once read a book that explained how communication can bring you anywhere. Like if you can learn the art of bullshitting, you can
Yep.
be anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshitting is an art. I
Bullshitting
agree.
is an art. It's very hard to bullshit the right way.
Yeah.
We have a friend that cannot bullshit the right way and he pisses people off.
Yeah. I once read about how to lie without lying or
Yeah.
some kind of that type of-
yeah.
or it's basically you tell people about your about basically your lies, but with good vocabulary and yeah, advance
Yeah.
kalimat lah. Until your the person you're talking with basically don't understand at all what you're saying, and they're just gonna be saying like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's
okay,
like
okay.
sounding smart.
Okay, yeah. It's like sounding smart, but in fact gitu, you are basically lying to your boss or to your colleagues gitu.
Nah, there's also a difference with being smart and being a smart ass.
Yeah.
Ya kan? I think everyone is okay with being smart, but if you're being a smart ass, don't. It's just bad idea. I think you can understand being a smart ass as someone who's smart but who brags a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's like things you need to avoid when you communicate well.
Yeah.
Because when you communicate with people, it needs to be 50-50, which means I share 50% of my story and you share 50% of your story.
And we get an equal amount of
Yeah.
interaction, yeah.
I think so.
Basically. Okay. So anything else?
No. I agree with you and Adzan.
Okay.
I mean, like the public speaking right now, there is like the examples. Do you know Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate.
Oh, Andrew Tate.
Top G.
I mean, that guy, like, he like to speak about controversial
things.
stuff,
Yeah.
and very intriguing guy. But I mean, a lot of what he says
Is the truth.
is the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth.
But there's a lot of people who hate him because he is, telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also follow Andrew Tate, and I really like the guy. But I understand why a lot of people don't like him.
Yeah, he's
And because what he says can intrigue and offend people.
Yep.
So for example, he says that he needs to bring back the old man culture of like being
Traditional.
strong, traditional man culture where we need to be strong and we need to protect our woman. But feminists these days, they say that, we can protect
Yeah.
ourselves, blah blah blah, bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, he is saying the truth, but you cannot expect someone saying the truth and not hate him. Right, and
Yeah.
I think that's also a part of communicating. Like, when you want to communicate something, I think for the first impression, you need to talk smoothly and nicely so you don't
Yeah.
offend the other people that you're talking
But
to.
I think it's part of his marketing.
Yeah, I think that's the drama that he creates.
Yes.
too.
Yes.
But at the end,
Publication.
he got what he wanted. He got the
Yeah.
attention that he
Yeah, he got
desired.
the-
He got banned.
Yeah, I once watched about a video about two men with very different communication styles,
Yeah.
and how are they're going to interact when they are put together in the same room and they talk to each other one on one. So the first person is Andrew Tate and the second person is Thomas Shelby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Manusia dingin.
Yeah.
Emang ada?
Thomas Shelby.
Pernah?
Nggak tahu Thomas Shelby.
Enggak,
Yang enggak ini
I
Pranayang.
know.
Pranayang. Kayak dia ngebayangin kalau misalnya.
Yeah, imagine.
Oh.
Yeah, he illustrate what it is going to be like when those two men are put together in the same room and they have a little conversation. So basically, Andrew Tate, as we all know, very very aggressive type of guy, very alpha
Yeah.
alpha mentality, and Thomas Shelby is also
Yeah, Thomas Shelby is also
also alpha, but he
So
is
G-
a different kind of alpha, ya kan?
Yeah.
He's more chill.
Yeah, he's cold as
Yeah.
fuck gitu kan. He's cool man. Yeah, and pokoknya kalau yang gue baca, let me explain in Indonesia ya. Yang gue baca itu kan kalau Thomas Shelby itu sigma
Yeah,
male. Kalau
sigma
Andrew
male.
Tate itu alpha.
Alpha.
Alpha itu yang dominan yang kayak
Yeah.
you gotta do what I
I
fucking tell you
yeah.
gitu kan.
Yes.
Kalau Thomas Shelby ya kayak duit lu nggak mau
Yeah.
tembak gitu kan.
Nah,
kalau Thomas Shelby gitu.
Gue setuju banget sih
Iya.
sama itu. Kalau kita lihat Andrew Tate dan Thomas Shelby, BTW ini kalau orang-orang nggak tahu silakan cek di YouTube.
Cek di YouTube,
atau
please.
sosial media.
Please cek di YouTube.
Kalau lu nggak tahu, lu
Itu
tinggal
asik
di
banget.
please tolong cari tahu. Nah, kalau Andrew Tate sama Thomas Shelby kan mereka berdua tuh emang
Dominant lah ya.
dominan ya,
Dominan.
Tapi emang cara mereka menyampaikan pesannya kan itu kayak berbeda banget gitu. Kalau Andrew Tate tuh mungkin ibarat kayak anjing ya. Dia tuh kayak chihuahua yang kayak sering gonggong.
Iya.
Yeah.
Yang kayak
Gak bisa diem, gak bisa
Iya,
diem.
tapi emang akhirnya pesannya
Ya.
kesampai juga. Kalau Thomas Shelby dia tuh lebih kalem aja gitu.
Lebih
Kalem.
I think he used his
Ya from his personality aja atau dari
from his presence.
Ya.
Ya.
Itu juga ada
Ya.
communication yang nggak kelihatan atau yang ngomong sih
Yap.
itu lebih kayak appearing-nya gitu kali ya.
appearance-nya,
mungkin.
body language and
Body
everything
language.
lah.
From
Itu
his
juga-
background.
Ya.
Ya, itu menurut gue juga
Like kalau misalkan ada yang ngetawainnya, you laughing at my brother, gitu kan ya,
Iya,
gitu kan.
iya.
Dia langsung gitu, abisnya langsung, tembak gitu.
Nah.
Kelar. Kalau Andrew Tate, gitu kan.
Yoi.
Pasti gitu. Dan let me continue in bahasa Indonesia. Dan yang gue lihat itu kalau me personally I like Thomas Shelby so much ya. He is probably my
Icon.
my icon and my
gue mulai rokok gara-gara dia tuh. Parah men.
Waduh.
Bom banget anjing.
Bro, sumpah lu
Asli
ngeliat
lu.
cara
Iya.
rokok.
Wah,
Waduh.
Iya sih, bikin mau ngerokok aja.
Iya, bikin
Bener-bener menghayati banget sih.
Iya.
gua kenapa nonton Peaky Blinders itu nggak kelar-kelar karena nonton Peaky Blinders 5 menit pertama aduh gua ngerokok dulu.
Go.
Iya. And so basically I really like Thomas Shelby and I really want to be
Like Thomas Shelby.
Thomas Shelby. Yeah, like badly gitu kan. And let me continue in bahasa. Di video itu dijelaskan kalau misalkan ketemu nih Andrew Tate sama Thomas Shelby, ya udah nih. Andrew Tate gitu kan. Ngomong aja bacot segala macam, habis itu gini segala macam nunjuk gitu kan mungkin ya. Itu Thomas Shelby cuman yang kayak ngeliat, udah cabut.
Itu
Gitu.
gue kebayang banget.
Itu yang
sih
akan
kalau
terjadi
itu.
mungkin seperti itu.
Kayak
Gua
cuman,
Iya.
oke, bye.
Iya.
Gitu.
Iya.
Dia- mungkin dia matiin rokoknya, habis itu dia cabut, tai nih orang.
Pakai whisky-nya gitu kan.
Iya.
But you want to be like Thomas Shelby.
Yep.
That means like being a mafia.
Ya,
No,
ya
but
nggak mungkin nggak kayak
Yeah.
kerjaan lu mafia ya, tapi mungkin lebih kayak style
mentalitinya,
style ya.
kalaupun stylenya, ya, in terms of style ya, if you use that kind of style in nowadays, gitu kan, you're gonna be looked at as
freak.
Orang aneh.
Yeah, freak.
Apalagi di Jakarta ya. Lu
Yeah.
kalau pakai gitu mending ke Citayam aja sekalian.
Mending kalau ke tempat cosplayer gitu.
Nah, jadi
Yeah.
wibu aja gitu.
yeah. So basically that lah, and the last point
Hmm.
is a good team leader is the one who uses the right communication styles
Of course.
for each team member. And I think what makes a good leader is how they communicate their ideas and their instruction to their team ya,
Yeah.
to their bawahan gitu kan.
Iya.
Iya.
But I
Gimana
think-
caranya lu kayak ya?
It's a very hard thing to do because you need to actually know them personally.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
actually need to dig
Yeah.
into them, you know.
I really agree with you sih Raken, because sometimes when you want to lead a group of people, you need to there's a difference. Yeah, we need to understand with leaders and
Boss.
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 Right? Everyone wants to be a leader, but not a boss.
Hmm.
The difference is when you're a boss, our general idea of a boss is someone who is annoying, but a leader is someone who can lead you to better places, right? And I think for you to be a good leader, you need to understand what you want and what your followers want as well. And it's not an easy job to do, but if you can achieve that, I think that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, really good.
But that's really hard.
It's really hard.
Very hard.
But
Yeah, yeah.
so I think if you want to be a good team leader, you really need to be able to listen and be able to communicate well. Because, like you said, if you have value but you cannot communicate it well, it's same thing as pointless.
Yep. And before you are chosen to be a team leader, I think you need to prove yourself first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to prove yourself with a good communication skills.
Yeah.
One of the proof
That
is-
you are a good leader.
Yeah, that you're a good leader is good communication skills. Yeah, I think. Yeah. What else? Anything else?
No sih.
Ya.
Nothing
Apalagi yang mau kita omongin tentang komunikasi?
more? Ini discussion topic.
Discussion topics.